Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this time I'm going to be showing you what I think are the best cars that you can get in Greenville for $10,000 or under. But before I get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to join my GVRP Discord. The link will be in the description as always. So there are lots of cars in Greenville for under $10,000, but most of them are terrible. So just because you don't have that much money in Greenville doesn't mean that you have to drive this. What is it, Dodge Neon or something? Yeah. So just because you don't have that much money in Greenville doesn't mean that you have to drive like a terrible car. So when I show these cars, they will not be in order. So just because I pick a certain car first doesn't mean it's necessarily the best. However, I did pick a best one, and I will be saving it for the last. So I'm going to start off with this. This is the 2001 Ford Crown Victoria, and on the outside, it's nothing too crazy, but why this car is good is because of the engine. This thing is a V8 in it, and it's pretty fast. So here's the startup sound. Hear the revs. So this thing is a V8 in it, and it's pretty fast. Not so much to accelerate, but more for the top speed. Okay, let's do a top speed test. Here we go. There's 70. Here's 100. It's 140. This thing goes 150. Here's the brakes. Brakes are pretty good. So here's an acceleration test. So this thing goes from 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, which is honestly not that bad. So for the handling, obviously this is a big heavy sedan. Obviously it's not going to be great, but it's okay. I mean, it's not anything spectacular, but it's all right. So this car costs $10,000, and it's honestly great value. Yeah, this thing's actually pretty quick. But yeah, obviously this is a big heavy sedan, so it's not going to be supercar fast, but yeah, this thing is very good. So here are the lights. They're alright. I guess they need to be detailed a bit more. Here are the hazards. Really hard to see at the back. They're okay. Yeah, they're pretty good at the front. Here's the horn. It's alright. So the trim I'm driving right now is the P71 decommissioned police car trim for exactly $10,000. So yeah, for exactly $10,000, this car is actually great value. Honestly, a great daily driver, and it's kind of a sleeper. So next is going to be the 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and this car is dirt cheap. It costs, I think, around $7,500, and this thing is seriously fast. So this is the top trim. I think it's called the GSX, I think. This thing looks good. I mean, it's got this pretty big wing at the back. Yeah, it looks very cool. So here's the startup sound. Hear the revs. Alright, so here's a little speed test here. Whoa, this thing's really fast. This 120. So this only goes 136, but it's really fast to accelerate. But yeah, this thing is like dirt cheap and it goes this fast. It's crazy. Handling is alright at low speeds. At high speeds, it kind of handles like a truck. That's a bit of a problem. But yeah, at low speeds around these corners, it should be very good. So now I'm going to do an acceleration test. So this thing goes from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, and that is really fast. It revs to almost 6,000 RPM. But yeah, this thing is so fast, and it's dirt cheap. Yeah, this thing is loads of fun to drive. So here are the lights. Not too good at the front, really not detailed. So at the back, it's alright. Here are the signals. Not so good at the back if you turn on the lights, so you're very hard to see. At the front, they're alright. Here's the horn. Oh, that's awful. That's probably one of the worst in the game. So my next car right here is honestly one of my favorite daily drivers, and this is a 1996 Volkswagen Jetta VR6. So this thing looks pretty cool from the outside. I like the front. The back is alright. I like that little spoiler. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, I like the way this car looks. I like those wheels. Those are very cool. But yeah, this thing has a V6 in it. Also, I painted it in this gray. This is a custom color because I'm pretty sure I'm keeping this car. This thing's dirt cheap and I drive it all the time, so I'm sure I'm going to keep this car. So yeah, this thing has a V6 in it. I mean, the speed is nothing crazy, but it's a very fun car to drive. Whoa, this thing revs to almost 7,000. So the top speed is only 121, but that's alright, because this is honestly a very cool car. So now I'm going to find out how fast this car goes from 0 to 60. So this car goes from 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds, which isn't great, but isn't terrible. So where this car is really fun is around the little neighborhoods like this, because the handling is really good, and this thing has no TCS, so it slides a bit. Whoa. Okay, see here? Yeah, this thing slides a bit. So here are the lights. I like those. Those are very good at the front. At the back, they're very good as well. So here, the turn signals, very easy to see. Those are very good at the front as well. Here's the horn. Pretty good. So yeah, this thing isn't anything crazy in terms of speed, but it's a very fun daily driver. I mean, just around those little corners like that, it's a super fun car to drive. So yeah, that was the Volkswagen Jetta VR6. So next is another Volkswagen Jetta, and this one is a sleeper. So this has a 1.8 liter turbo engine, so this thing is a very small engine, but it's super fast to accelerate. Alright, so here's the startup sound. So nothing crazy there. Alright, so this is where this car is really fun. Look at the speedometer. Oh my goodness, this thing is so fast. Whoa. Alright, so the top speed is 124 miles an hour, which isn't anything crazy, but this car's acceleration is insane. Look at this. Wow. Alright, so now, just to find out how crazy the acceleration is, I'm going to do a little acceleration test. So this thing goes from 0 to 60 in 3.38 seconds, which is so fast. Look at it. This thing is insanely quick. So again, where this car is very fun is in little neighborhoods, like around the corners and stuff. So look at this. You go into one corner, brake, and then look, you accelerate, and it's so fast. Look at that. Yep, the acceleration is crazy. The handling is pretty bad, though. Yeah, this thing doesn't really turn well, but yeah, the acceleration is crazy. And overall, it's just a very fun car to drive. Good daily driver, too. So here are the lights. They're not great at the back. You see, like, I don't know, for some reason, it just doesn't look too good when they're turned on. Here are the hazards. Really hard to see at the front. It looks like a bit, I don't know, doesn't look too good at the back. And here's the horn. Not too good. So yeah, the main amazing feature of this car is its acceleration, because it's crazy. So next here's a 2007 Honda Civic. So this is the SI Coupe trim, and it's honestly a really fun car to drive. So again, this car is dirt cheap. It costs about $6,700, and that's so cheap for the amount of performance that this car has. So here's the startup sound. Hear the revs. that, almost 9,000. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Probably 8,700 RPM. Or more. Alright, here's top speed test. So this thing goes 138 miles an hour, which is very fast. Is it braking? Wow, yeah, brakes are very good. So here's an acceleration test. So this thing goes from 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, which is very quick. So the handling on this car is very good. It's very good around the corners. But yeah, look at this. Yeah, handling is super sharp on this car. Very easy to drive. It'll go around any corner, pretty much any speed. I mean, obviously it won't go around a corner full speed, but yeah, easily 50, 60 miles an hour around a corner. Look at that. No problem. Yeah, this thing's got so much grip, and yeah, great handling car. So here are the lights. Very good. At the back, not so good. Here are the turn signals. Kind of hard to see at the back. At the front, yeah, same. Here's the horn. Terrible. So the only terrible feature on this car is the horn. The rest is amazing. This car is so much fun to drive. So yeah, that was the Honda Civic Si. So this right here is what I think is the best car that you can get in Greenville for $10,000 or less. This is a Subaru Legacy GT, and it costs exactly $10,000, but this thing is amazing. So on the outside, it's nothing too crazy. I mean, it looks good. It's got that hood scoop, but yeah, it's nothing too crazy on the outside. Just looks like a normal family car. So here's the startup sound. Here are the revs. So this thing does sound alright. Nothing too crazy though. Alright, so this car does have four-wheel drive, which means lots of grip. Look at that. Okay, here's the top speed test. Here's 100. It's 130. Alright, so this thing goes 142 miles an hour, which is very fast. Here's the braking. Yeah, brakes are amazing. Alright, here's an acceleration test. So this goes from 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, which is honestly very good. So for handling, this has easily the best handling of any car that I've reviewed today. So the handling is the best bit about this car. Check this out. Look, I can even take TCS off, and it's super easy to drive. Check this out. It'll go around any corner at pretty much any speed. Yeah, this car is incredible. So yeah, check this out. The handling on this car is so good that I can do this. Check this out. So I can go on the highway at about 120 miles an hour and weave through all the street lights like this, TCS off, without spinning out or crashing. Yeah, this car is super easy to drive around the corners. Alright, so here are the lights. They're very good. Here are the signals, very good as well. Here's the horn. It's alright. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the best car that you can get in Greenville for $10,000 and under. Yep, this car is just so much fun to drive. It's pretty fast, and the handling is amazing, and it requires no Game Pass. Actually, none of the cars I showed today require a Game Pass. So yeah, you know, I think I'm going to end this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to join my GVRP Discord, and I'll see you in the next video.